Hey science lovers, Jillian here to tell you about what may be called the most exciting opportunity for students enrolled in grades K through 8 of the summer, aka MOVA Globe's Stay-at-Home Science Fair, where you have the chance to win $1,500, a real telescope, an actual microscope, and my personal favorite, an autographed copy of an Aerospace adventure book signed by author Emily Calandrelli. Now, the rules to register and apply are pretty straightforward, and I'll be putting the link in the description of the video, so you can take a look at that once we're finished. But as an example, I'm going to do a demonstration of one of my favorite science experiments just for you. Now, this is called elephant toothpaste. There are two ways that you can do this experiment: with a yeast catalyst and with a potassium iodide catalyst. What we're gonna do is we wanna measure out a half a cup of hydrogen peroxide. Now, this doesn't look like your typical hydrogen peroxide that you pour on cuts. This is a little bit stronger percentage concentration. But if you have hydrogen peroxide in your bathroom, that will work just fine. I just wanted a little bit more of an exciting reaction.
The materials you'll need for this experiment are as follows: hydrogen peroxide of 3 to 12% concentration, food coloring, measuring spoon, a catalyst of active dry yeast, a warm cup of water. Don't forget a plastic soda bottle or any other type of vase to put your experiment in.
Now, the next thing we want to do is get very warm water and add our catalyst. Our catalyst for this experiment is going to be yeast. So what we want to do is we want to measure out 1 tablespoon of yeast into 3 tablespoons of water. Now, you want to make sure this water is a little hot so it dissolves. The next step is add a little bit of dish soap, just about a squirt or two, into your hydrogen peroxide. Now I'm going to do 2 demonstrations for you, and hopefully I don't get foam everywhere, but if I do, that's the fun part, right? So next thing you want to do is add your favorite color, food coloring. So I'm going to do a little bit of green, and I think I'm going to mix this one up. I'm going to do a little bit of green and red in this one, and double time it. And you only need a couple drops, but it's really up to you. I use a little extra. So now we have our hydrogen peroxide, our dish soap, and our food coloring all in one jar, and now it's time to add the catalyst, and hopefully we see a really fun reaction. I'm gonna use my funnel and put it at the top of the bottle my hydrogen peroxide is in, and add the catalyst. Oh, there it goes! Now, what is actually happening? What is this foam? Hydrogen peroxide is H2O2, so just like your water molecular composition, 2 hydrogens, 1 oxygen, but instead hydrogen peroxide has 2 oxygens, so H2O2. The reason that we are getting this foam is because of the dish soap. The dish soap contains that extra oxygen molecule that is being released. And so this is all just oxygen and water now because we had a chemical reaction that separated the 2. We're gonna go outside now because if we use potassium iodide with a 34% hydrogen peroxide, we are gonna get one that shoots a couple yards into the air. So follow me, let's go.
Experiment 2 uses a catalyst of potassium iodide. The experimental steps will be similar, but we're going to change the concentration of hydrogen peroxide to 34%. Next, add a few squirts of dish soap and your favorite food coloring, and finally, in another glass, mix 1 tablespoon of potassium iodide and 3 tablespoons of water. Pour and step back. The first reaction wasn't as intense as I had hoped for, so we did another trial with triple the amount of catalyst, and you'll notice the steam coming off of the foam. That's because the potassium iodide catalyst gives us an exothermic reaction, which means the foam will be extremely hot. So kids, please do not try this at home without adult supervision. The deadline to enter is June 15th. So if you know of any kids grades K through 8 who are interested in participating, feel free to let them know and make sure they hurry up and get their videos submitted. Good luck!